Hi, I'm Lynn from TeaRose Mandalas, and today I'm going to show you how to make some shaped rocks with the silicone mold of these nice small hearts. Now these turn out to be like this. Aren't they pretty? This is one that's not painted. See? So to make these rocks, what we'll need is some Ultracal 30. We'll need a scale. The best kind of scale is to use one that has a tare function because it makes it easier. You don't have to add things up. You know, put in a certain amount of Ultracal and then add the water. You can put in the Ultracal and then tare it and then start adding the water, so you don't have to say, oh, well, we have 10 ounces of Ultracal and 4 ounces of water, so now we got to make it up to 14 ounces. You can just do 10 ounces of Ultracal, tare it, and then 4 ounces of water, and it makes it so much easier. You'll also need a bowl. This one's been well used. A spatula to get all of the rest of the mixture out of the bowl. You'll need some hot water. I use hot water. You'll need water, but I use warm water because I'm mixing it with my hand and it's more comfortable. And then you'll need a rubber glove because the Ultracal does dry out your skin, so you want to get that off of your skin as soon as possible if it does get on there, and this just helps to keep most of it off of there. And then you'll need your silicone mold, and we're using a mold riser today, and this just helps to elevate the mold and keep it going so that above ground and have some clearance in there so that it can make a more rounded top. So you'll also need a wet paper towel and a dry paper towel. They'll be very helpful. All right, so I'll get everything together and so we can start making the rocks. So I've moved everything around a little bit so it's easier for me to work with. So we have, whenever you purchase one of these silicone molds from us here at TeaRose Mandalas on Etsy, you always get an instruction sheet, and this is your recipe for what you need to make all of the hearts or all of the rocks from that silicone mold. So for this silicone mold with the small hearts, you need 16.8 ounces of gypsum or Ultracal 30. So I have my scale here, and I've already measured it out so that you don't have to watch me measure it out, okay? So I'm going to put the bowl on the scale, and I wish you could see it, but the camera just won't see it. But it's 4.5 fluid ounces. So now I'm going to push the tare button, and it goes through and figures it out, and now it's back to 0 again. So now I'm going to pour all of this Ultracal into the bowl. There we go. And it comes out to exactly 16.8. Now, I'm going to tare it again, so then it's 0 again. And we need 10.2 ounces of water. So this is some warm water. So I'm going to put 10.2 ounces in it. So we're up to 8, 9, 10.5. I put a little bit too much in there, but that's okay. It's not too much more. So we'll get the rubber glove on, and now we're done with the scale, so we just don't need that anymore. We'll get that out of the way. Now we're going to mix this, and all we're doing is just using our fingers and smushing it through the fingers. This rubber glove is a little bit too big for me, so I have to hold on to it. We're just mixing it and trying to go somewhat slow so that we're not adding too many air bubbles. And there we go. It just doesn't take very long for this little bit about. So we'll take that off and I'll throw that in the trash. All right, and we're done with the water. Now, here's our mold. And so now I'm going to start pouring the Ultracal into the mold. So just go slow to not add air bubbles. And just keep filling it all up. and go to the very top. And if you go a little bit too high, that's okay, or a little bit too low, it's okay. I'm having to concentrate because I'm using my left hand and I'm right-handed. So it just takes a little bit of time to pour it in here. You don't want to slop it in there because then you're going to add air bubbles. All right. I've got 9 of them done now. Oops. See, I poured too fast. Poured too much. And you want to have this on a level surface. If you don't have it on a level surface, then there's a possibility that they could be a little lopsided. And there we go. There's our last one. Oops. All right, that one spilled off a little bit. Let's see if I can add just a little bit more to it. There we go. And this one can have a little bit. And this one can handle a little bit more. Oh, too much. That's okay, because what will happen with it is it will just simply, that'll dry, and it'll just be a little extra, and you can really easily get it off. Not a problem at all. We actually have a little bit of extra in there, so I will go find something to put it in, maybe a paint palette to make some little round rocks or something to use that, because I don't want to waste that. So now we're just going to wait until that dries. Usually probably takes about an hour here in Colorado, depending on how much moisture is in your air and that kind of stuff. But a lot of times I'll wait overnight. But I probably won't on this one. I'll probably wait about an hour, and it'll be set enough to where I can remove it from the mold. So I'll see you then. Hello again. Well, we're back. We've let the rocks dry, and so now we're going to pull them out and see what they look like. Now I wanted to let you know that you remember how we added just a little bit too much water? So I added 0.3 ounces of extra water accidentally, and the result of that, just that little bit of extra water, made it so that it took 2 or 3 days for these to dry. So you know, the recipe is really, really important to stick to, and I just wanted to let you know about that, just so that if that happens to you, then you'll know how to deal with it. All right, so these are the rocks. We want to take the mold off of the mold riser and set that aside. And then we're going to start pulling it out. And if you can see, we've got some dusty parts, or I don't know exactly what to call that, but that was because of the extra water. So there we go. Look at that. We had a couple of air bubbles on that one. See, oh, that's a one. See, that's very nice. And if you'll see the color variations, this is where the moisture has started to get out of the rock. And so this is the part where there's a little bit extra moisture right now. So that's why you see the difference. And you can, when you leave them out and let them dry, you'll kind of see the color change going right up. Oh, these are nice. These are real nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of this extra little stuff, and that's from that extra water. There we go. Oh, they're all looking so nice. There's a lot of them. And see how this one had a little extra on there, but it just popped right off. We'll just toss that in the trash. This one's got a lot of extra on it. That one we overfilled, but look at that. Perfect. Perfect coming out of there. All right. Oh, these are looking so nice. I like this size of the hearts. They're small, but they're just the right size. All right. The last one. There we go. Now what I'll do with these is let them dry a little bit longer, and then I'll take some sandpaper and just run it over the bottoms of them. These are pretty soft, but I'll run the sandpaper over them real quick just to make sure that that's just real smooth. And then once I finish painting them, I'll put felt, an adhesive felt on the bottom of them. So there you go. That's how to make the small heart silicone mold rocks. All right, well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.